I'm not much of a dreamer. I may dream 2 or 3 times a year, and if I do, it's like really. And that brought it home to me. How many other guys that I'm looking at, and they're in 10 block that have been there for a couple of years. I was in 10, maybe 3 years at that point. That I already had the opinion of them. If they tip their case tomorrow and go home and hit the lottery, they're still going to be pissed off. They're still going to be angry forever. And it brought it home to me how pissed off I was. And in a way, it's a good thing that happened to me, because I had that same dream a couple of more times, but I knew immediately it was a dream, and I'd wake when I'd come right out of it. But that very first night, that one time that happened to me, for the first few seconds, I literally had somebody there, and of course, then I woke up, there was a pillow, and how long, I was spit all over, I was covered, so how long was I chewing, I have no idea. But, so yeah, I can see where people get angry in there. It changed my entire perception. By the time I got out, it was like, fine, And the other side of it had changed, well, not that, but is I see guys that are out and things still bother them and things. And on the worst day I could have, all I have to do is stop and think of where I could be and where they'd like me to be.
Yeah.
And how many guys that I know that I love that are still inside that are never going to be here. And the worst day that I have.
Well, I really think I know for myself, and I know for Bobby, that the work he does with the friends and the thing and trying to get those that we left behind out is really more satisfying, and that's the main cause. This is the main cause. This is this is unreal. This is so.
It went from.
People need to see what happens to somebody, and because they don't, lots of people don't believe it happens.
Of course they don't.
But when you talk about, and like I almost fell over. I told you. I got to the page and I read down there, and this guy, my partner. I went, oh my God. I said. There was how many other people
have walked out on things they did by putting guys in there.
Exactly. And
people don't realize it. I'm not telling you everybody inside is not guilty.
No, but so many.
97% if you want to. The most people in there, not only are they guilty, they admit it. I never denied the bank I was in for. That's the way it goes. I did it. I'm doing my time. I'm on my way out the door. Unfortunately, I run into a politically ambitious politician.
There's a big difference, though, between a bank and murder.
No question.
And killing, and as an execution squad.
Where
you're not. I mean, that's not for money. That's just for. There's a big difference between the between the two.
So what happens?
And I want to make sure that my audience gets this.
But understand, the book isn't about what happened to me. It's about what happened. Period. Yeah, it happened to happen to me, but it's what happened. You will not believe the lengths they will go to frame people. Judge Reisfelder is a classic example. Forget Weasel Stool Pigeon did this, politically ambitious politician did that. Here's a guy, Judge Reisfelder, I mentioned it on Bobby's show. Not only did they frame him for a murder that they knew he had nothing to do with, after he was found guilty, the same honorable Commonwealth employee, politician, went for the death penalty for a guy that he knew was not guilty. They knew that. This is not me talking. This is all on paper.
Right.
That's there are certain lengths. There are certain lengths. Okay, if you're unfortunately convicted and you can, that happens. But no, you're reaching the point. Like I said, picture all those guys. Billy Kelly. This has nothing to do with Nazi Jews. He got framed for a murder in Florida, and he eventually tipped his case, but it took him 18 years to tip the case because they got the prosecutor lying and hiding evidence so bad. It was, one guy was originally convicted of it, but he tipped his case because it turns out the witness, his girlfriend, the victim's husband, well, she testified against him.
You're on the one you're writing about here. Your co-defendant, he died.
Yeah, Arthur Keagney died.
Arthur died, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Arthur died. So that's so for Fitzgerald, that's at least 2 that I know of out of his lives.
Yeah, well, like I said, that's Fitzgerald.
Dead man.
Think of the guy Harvey Griffiths. I never hear his name mentioned when I see all these people and they talk. Well, nobody has ever been executed. Yes, there are many people that have.
Yeah, of course they have. right?
No, not according to all the people that are in favor of the death penalty.
No, yeah, right.
They can say that, you know. No, nobody's been executed.
No.
And then, of course, Larry Griffin.
Yeah, it was absolute horror.
And
well,
it goes beyond the innocent. It goes beyond the people that are purposefully framed.
I want to say, good to see you. We're going to see you again,
yes.
and really, and when that other book comes out, we're going to see you. But I want to see you in between.
Yes.
Time, okay. I want to say good night again, please, to my audience. Right. The Execution Squad Fraud. You got to pick up this book. Okay. While you're doing it at the same time, pick up Bobby's book. Okay. With them. Okay. When the Prisoners Ran Walpole. I think my name's in that book here too, so that's good for father, right? I'm gonna have to write my own. And of course, we all know one of the reasons we do this. And John Vincent's got a new book out, Radical Jesus. It's the reason why father's here and does these shows. Okay, John's book, Radical Jesus. You can get it through the what's on the screen. Either email me, and I'm gonna say right now I'm running out of time. I'm gonna say good night and goodbye, and I'll see you next week.